So catch me if I fall.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Katie Daisy Show. My name is Katie Dawson, and today we are discussing if I would convert another van. So if you haven't already been following me, I did a full conversion of a 2019 Ram Promaster about a year and a half ago, and I lived in it for 15 months. Clearly, I'm not living it anymore. I just moved into an apartment because van life just wasn't for me anymore. And if you're thinking about converting your very own van, I want to discuss how I feel about the conversion as of today after living in it, converting it, and moving on with my life. So in this video, we are going to discuss my favorite parts of converting it, my least favorite parts about converting it, why I did it, how I did it, where I did it, the total cost of converting the van, the amount of time to convert the van, any changes that I would like to do to the van, and would I convert a van again. So my favorite parts about converting the van were the laminate flooring. So I love doing the flooring. That was pretty fast, and it was pretty simple and straightforward and very pleasing to just snap in the boards and just go all the way down. That was a lot of fun. I also enjoyed making the closet. I love clothes, so making the closet was really one of my passions, to make it nice and pretty and hang up my clothes, and also have baskets at the bottom and have a little shoe shelf on top that I added towards the end of the conversion. Also, I loved doing the walls. So I used shiplap for my walls, and it was very pleasing to just go up the row on one side and go all the way around and completely finish it. It just made a very clean look to it, and I just love how it looks. And then I loved making the center console. So I couldn't find any videos on how to make a center console in a Ram Promaster. So I really had to figure it out literally all by myself, because I did convert this all by myself, no experience whatsoever, literally just figuring it out. And I'm 24, I did it when I was 22. But yeah, the center console was very pleasing. I think I did a really good job on it, and it's very strong and sturdy, and I love it. My least favorite things about creating the van was the cabinets. So I bought these cabinets off of Wayfair because I didn't want to build my own cabinets. And by cabinets, I mean my upper cabinets. My lower cabinets, I made those all myself, but the upper ones that hang, I bought them because I was too lazy to build them, and that ended up hitting me in the ass because they're breaking down, and one of them fell in the middle of driving, and they were just super stressful, and I ended up having to cut them down, and just super stressful creating those. But they ended up being fine. They're totally functional now, and they're okay. I also hated doing the bed. So my bed, it is a L-shaped, and then it flips over into a full. And now I do love how it turned out. It was a little higher than I liked, but actually it was okay having it a little higher. But creating the bed was very stressful, and it was one of the last things I did, and I did not enjoy it. And then I also hated doing the electric. So the electric, I did have an electrician help me with the plugs and all the external things, but for the base of the electric, I had to figure that out because literally nobody knew how to do that, because it was solar powered and powered by my engine, my alternator. So nobody really knew how to do that. I would call electricians and be like, well, I can look at it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna pay you to look at it. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, all right. So I really had to figure it out. I have to look at diagram after diagram after video, just kind of figure out what type of wire I need and how big the fuses needed to be. And it was just really, really stressful, and I hated it. So the reason why I built the van was because I couldn't find any other van I liked. So I had the money to buy a van already converted, but I didn't like any of them that were already converted or half converted, or, you know, there's some companies, you know, they have like layouts that they can build for you, but there's like a 2-year waiting because they're so backed up. So I really just didn't find anything that I liked. I found one van that I wanted to buy, and I tried to buy it off of this wonderful couple that also has a YouTube. But I didn't have the full cash for it. I had half, but they ended up giving it to somebody that had the full cash. And I just decided to kind of reconstruct the van that they had and just make a few changes that I wanted with it. Like, I changed where the fridge is and the toilet, and I think that's it. Yeah, and where the water heater. I ended up taking my water heater out because I didn't need that. But yeah, that's why I built the van. I did not want to, but I did. And how I built the van was just through YouTube videos. I was really just watching YouTube video after YouTube video about each step of the process. Before beginning, I watched a lot of videos just to like, okay, can I do this? Can Katie do this? So just watching them do it step by step, I was like, I can totally do this. Like, it's pretty simple, just take one step at a time. That's what I told myself, and one step at a time, and then I soon had a van, you know? And I actually converted it down in Texas at my dad's house. So I was very fortunate to have my very own workshop to work in. I didn't have to rent a place. So that was really helpful. My dad had all the tools. My dad's a huge builder and works with his hands, and I think that's why I was able to do this without having to go to school or take any classes, because my dad, I don't know, I got his gene that I'm really good with working with my hands and just figuring it out. So he had a welding machine, he had sanding equipment, tables and wood, and I mean, I had to buy more wood and shit, and that's fine. But he had everything that I needed to convert that van. And anything that I would change about the van, I would change the cabinets for sure. I would love to rip those motherfuckers out and build my own cabinets and attach them in there and have them nice and steady and not shaking while the van is moving. They're always shaking, and I've been in the back of that van while the van is moving, and it is scary because things are shaking and rattling and moving, and I'm like, oh my god, these cabinets are gonna fall off someday. And one of them did. It was just one little bump in the middle of the night. It went zoo zoo, it went zoo zoo, zoo zoo, yeah, and then it came back down. It was terrible, 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 but it's okay. I would also change the plumbing. So the plumbing has been changed a lot. That was one mistake I did make about the van. I didn't do enough research on the plumbing. My little brother is a plumber, so I really kind of left it to him, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have done more research and made sure I had the right pump and the right materials for the piping, but you know, that's on me, and that's something that I regret. As of today, the plumbing's pretty good. I mean, it's fine now. I guess I did change it, but only because it kept breaking and leaking, and that van was constantly flooding because of me. But you know, that's something that I had to learn as I went, being a first time converting a van. A huge beginner too. Like, I've never converted anything. I've never built anything before. And then the final question for this video is, would I convert a van again? And the answer is yes. I learned so much converting it, and I feel like if I converted another van, a Ram Promaster, I don't know if I could do a Sprinter. I'm sure I could. I'll just have to do more research on how the Sprinter is laid out and how their frame is. I think that's it. It would just be a different size. Like the Promaster is 5 inches wider than the Sprinter, but the Sprinter is like 5 inches taller, you know? So it's just a different kind of layout. But yeah, I would convert another van. I feel like if I converted another one and I had a workshop to do it again, I think it would turn out really good. Like really, really good. I'd probably do the same layout that I did because I love it so much, and I've had so much good feedback on it because I love that it's a complete walkthrough, you know? You get to walk through the entire thing. You don't have to go outside to get to anything. Like most vans, there's like a garage in the back. Like what if you don't feel safe going outside and you need something in the back? Like you're screwed. You're screwed. So it's really nice that I was able to walk through it. There's a lot of counter space, lots of counter space for cooking and putting stuff down and working on other things, and I loved that. But yeah, so if you're thinking about converting your very own van, I hope this video kind of gave you an insight of what you're getting yourself into. I mean, anyone can build it. If I can build it, anyone can build it. I'm just a little girl that, just a tiny little girl that, I'm not that strong, you guys. I mean, I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. But you can do it. Just watch YouTube videos, stay motivated. If you have money, you can do it. Like if you have the money, the time, and the space, you can do it. And speaking of money, so my conversion cost about $19,000. I did use all new materials. Like my fridge is brand new from Amazon, and it's great. I love my fridge. But the van itself, it was $45,000. So in total for the whole van conversion and van, it was about $65,000. Probably 70 because of all the changes I had to make throughout the past 2 years. But yeah, if you stayed this long, I want to thank you for sticking around. I do post a video every Friday, and if you have any questions or concerns, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will respond as soon as possible. I do want to do a Q&A for you guys, but I really would like to answer any questions y'all have about my life, because I know there was a lot of times in my life that I was pretty empty. Just empty gaps because I was just so caught up in van life. But yeah, if you're thinking about converting a van, I hope this video helped you out. Good luck to you.